everyone, welcome back to my country farmhouse sewing room and quilting studio. I'm Marnay, and today I have the next step into my Scrappy scrap box quilt behind me here. A lot of you have already seen this quilt top, and I explained how I did the 3-inch squares and I did the 2-inch corners in the next block here. So I did every other block. I'll give you a quick recap on that. The squares that I picked for my background were yellow squares, yellow and white, and I did a 3-inch square. And I sewed a 2-inch square on each corner, and I cut the back side off, and then you flip the front forward. And I have another one here as a sample that I showed before. I folded this to make a crease line, and I sewed it from corner to corner, cut the back part off, and flipped this forward to get the nice little square block that you see in the middle of the quilt. So I did put a 1.5-inch border all the way around here to kind of close off the inside here with all the blocks. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with a border with this, but from a suggestion from one of my subscribers, she suggested the piano keys, and I believe she was right, because I was kind of torn on either what I wanted to put around this. I thought about doing like a Scrappy 4 patch. I just really wasn't sure. But I pulled out all of my 2-inch scraps and I cut them at 5 inches length, and I started sewing them together. So what I mean by 2-inch scraps is I have all of these little strips that are 2 inches wide, and some of them I had really long, and I was thinking about sewing some of these longer strips together and then cutting them down, and they would go together faster to piece them together. But I really wanted the individuality of all the different colors and not having the same thing in all of the borders. I wanted them to be really scrappy. And you can make it as controlled or scrappy as you would like. But I started sewing them together in sets of 2. And then when I got sets of 2, I would sew them into sets of 4 and so on. So what I had come up with is the borders on here. Now, I said in the first video that my middle here is not quite square. I did 14 rows across. Well, I got this kind of sideways. So there's 14 rows and 13 blocks down, so it's not totally square. But when I cut these in 2-inch strips, they'll finish at 1.5-inch strips after you sew them together. So the math just worked for me to fit these all the way across. So across here, I have 29 little 5-inch strips by 2-inch strips on here all sewed together. And then on the border down, I did 27 strips, which left me these little corners here, which I didn't want to bring my strips all the way up to fill in to meet these. It was perfectly 5-inch square, so I thought I would get creative, and I made a 5-inch square in the white because I couldn't find any yellow that matched, since this is so scrappy. And I took a 3-inch block, and I did the same concept to this corner square as I did into the small squares in the middle of the quilt. I took a 3-inch block and I sewed it from corner to corner, cut the back part off, and flipped it forward. And I tried to pick some scrappy colors that would all just really go with this quilt. I love all of the color in this because when you put all these colors together, they just look fantastic. So I don't have these borders sewed onto the side yet because I wanted to be able to show you that I pressed all of my seams. I think most of them. I see there's one that's off, but all of my seams are, well, they're not all pressed the same way, but I pressed them all down nice and flat. So when I put this on here, this all lines up with my quilt perfectly. So as you can see, I'll get ready to sew those on, and it just looks really nice. I have a variety of colors in this, so thank you to my dear subscriber who suggested this. I think it's just turning out great. So now that y'all have an idea of how this is going to finish up with all the colors and the borders, I'm going to get those sewed on. So the next thing we have to prepare for is the quilting, you know, and I'm really getting excited about the quilting. I've already started picking out thread colors, and this is where I would really like your help. The first color that I picked was this banana yellow, and I really like this banana yellow because it kind of goes with the yellow in my quilt, and I like that it's just kind of stand out, but it's not too bright. The next color that I picked is this wonderful brown, which matches the brown flowers in the quilt. And this one is called Oregon Trail. Nice, neutral, earthy colors. And then my third color, which I really am a fan of green, anybody that knows me, this color is called Willow. And it's a little bit brighter, but it's still earth tony, and I really think that it would look really good on this quilt too. So I would like your suggestions on what color you think we should pick to put on this quilt. And also, I'm already thinking in my crazy head about designs, because the first color that I picked was the banana yellow. And when I think of bananas, I think of monkeys. And we have this awesome, whimsical little monkey pattern on our quilter that I haven't tried out yet. And I thought this would be a great little quilt to throw some monkeys on, you know, like a monkey box or monkey business, or maybe it would even make a great kids quilt. I don't know. I need your suggestions. Should I put something whimsical and fun on this, or should I put something pretty? I mean, help me out with some suggestions here, because I think this is going to be a really cool and fun quilt. All right, so y'all, I don't have the exact measurements of this quilt yet. I will not have the measurements until I get the sides put on and we get it ready for the quilter. So I will let you know what the size is when it's finished. So I have a couple big announcements that are coming up. My first announcement is I'm going to do my first live video. I have never done a live video. I get a little nervous, but I am looking forward to meeting some of my subscribers, you know, with a live chat. Get to know me, ask me anything, talk about sewing. I mean, it's going to be great. So, and yeah, I should let you know what time the date is. So my video date is going to be Saturday, March 25th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So mark your calendars, and we will have some chit-chat. My second announcement is I am getting close to 2,000 subscribers, and I am really excited, and I really appreciate everyone who watches my videos and supports me, leaves me great comments. So stay tuned to my channel for that, and I think my next giveaway when I get to the 2,000 subscribers is going to be this here quilt when it's finished. Who doesn't love a quilt? Made by me. Come on. So stay tuned to my channel, and I will chat at you later.